Thank you, Madam Speaker.
It gives me great pleasure as the Member of Parliament for Sackville Preston Chesapeake to speak today on this important bill, Bill C-238, the national strategy, of course, for sound disposal of lamps containing mercury. I'd like to speak about the leadership of my colleague from Dartmouth Cole Harbour, who this is a continuation of his hard work at the municipal level. It's obvious that at the municipal level, the environmentally sustainable and protection of the environment was a key item and objective of his. And I must say here in the House of Commons, it's pretty impressive, because I was told as a new member that very few, maybe 20% of private members' bill do make it through. And here, for my colleague from Cole Harbour, Dartmouth Cole Harbour, he had unanimous consent in the House. So that's pretty impressive of the hard work and the consultation that he did here in the House. And I'd also, in listening to the audio of the committee, again, it was very obvious that the members of all parties across the House here and in the committee were eager to have this bill move forward because, on its merit, because of the importance of the environmental safe disposal. Now, the amendments coming back to the House, under the guidance of the sponsored member from Dartmouth Cole Harbour, will allow for all parties, if you want, for all governments, if you want, for stakeholders to sit together, talk about this issue and finding solution, which is crucial. Madam Speaker, I would like to read a quote from my colleague from Dartmouth Cole Harbour. We need to include our partners in all levels of government to ensure that they, along with the federal government, take ownership of this initiative. This will be a strong collaborative effort that will include any interested Indigenous group, governments, stakeholders or citizens to ensure that this strategy is the best strategy for all Canadians. And I couldn't, Madam Speaker, be more in agreement with my colleague from Dartmouth Cole Harbour. Now, the content of this bill is crucial. It talks about, Canadians want to reduce the energy, their cost, of course, so they need to find an environmentally friendly alternative. And this light bulb, compact fluorescent light bulbs, is able to do that. The savings are great, and it's a very positive step. But what needs to be done is to make sure that Canadians know. They know that it contains mercury. They know that what the effect of that mercury will have, and that they know that there are ways of recycling this mercury. That is extremely crucial for this bill. And it was noted also by the ministry that there are 4 provinces that have mandatory programs to collect and recycle these light bulbs. We have, of course, BC, we have Manitoba, we have Quebec, we have Prince Edward Island, and I must also say that Nova Scotia is moving forward as far as Nova Scotia Power has put in place a program to take back the light bulbs. So that's extremely positive steps. And we must also note the importance environmentally for the economy also, the green tech economy. This is another step forward. And I'm so proud to see my colleague from Dartmouth Cole Harbour, who was inspired by visiting a local business that was disposing and recycling the lamps in a very sustainable and environmentally safe way. That's impressive for the MP to take that situation, that example, after visiting a company, and moving it through steps. The first step, of course, it was to the municipal government, and he did what he could there to ensure that all municipal fluorescent light bulbs would be recycled. That is a very positive step at the municipal level. Now this initiative of his will allow the government and the provinces and the stakeholders to work together to find solutions for a national strategy. So again, this is a green environment strategy initiative, but it's also very well supported by our federal government, supported by all parties in committee, and as the Prime Minister has said on many occasions, and as the Minister of Environment and Climate Change has said and repeated, the green economy, they go hand in hand, the economy and the environment. And this, in my opinion, Madam Speaker, is a very, very good example.
Now, Madam Speaker, I must say it's extremely important for people to acknowledge that we have to deal with this mercury. There are many ways to do so. In the past, we didn't have the knowledge, and they were put into landfills, in the garbage, if you will. And the problem ended up in the air or in the soil. And that is a problem. The second thing was to incinerate them in order to process it and burn it to create energy. But the problem with that is that it causes a lot of air pollution. And the last thing, the primordial strategy, the one we want, is certainly recycling, because recycling guarantees that this will not cause problems with the soil or the air, which is essential. That leadership is necessary in business, in municipalities, the provinces as well, and as in the federal government. Madam Speaker, I don't know if you're aware, but in 2011, StatsCan showed that 50% of households did not know the problem with mercury.
Have access. So if people don't know the danger, or they don't know where they can have it recycled, and if it's not accessible, they are probably not going to do what is best for our environment in our country. So this bill, extremely important, a national strategy which will shine a light, if you want, make people more aware, and ideally dispose of it in a way that is totally environmentally safe. Madam, and the second thing that I want to note on that, Madam Speaker, is the importance of collaboration between all parties, and it's indicated in the bill various parties, but also the Indigenous groups and all those stakeholders that are concerned and want this, of course, to move forward. Now, we have to be careful that the study of this bill is an add-on. It builds on to programs that are already in place, and it's not a duplication. That's what's extremely important about this bill. This is an opportunity to do what is right, an opportunity for safe management to the end of life. And it is without compromising on the environment, Madam Speaker. So, Madam Speaker, it is, again, a great pleasure for me to speak on this bill, to congratulate the member from Dartmouth, Cole Harbour, for his hard work, congratulate the committee members for all their hard work, and I will be supporting this bill. Thank you, Madam Speaker.